Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Minister's Toolbox. This is Minister TB, and I want to again welcome you to the Minister's Toolbox, where we share tech tips for ministers and other faith leaders that is geared towards the unique needs of the small church. Because I believe that you could be small but have a big impact. Look, today I want to talk to you about a problem that maybe you've run into. I know I've run into. Actually, it just happened a few weeks ago that my Golden Agers leader at my church came to me and said, Pastor, what do we do about the fact that we have members who are sick and shut in and they can't experience the worship service every week? What do we do about that? Perhaps that's something that you've talked about. Perhaps that's something that you've wondered about. And generally speaking, when we talk about the sick and shut in, there is a unique problem. And here's that problem. Many of them do not have the ability to connect to our church website. They don't have that skill set. They can't go to Facebook or YouTube. They don't have that ability. So what is another way that we can get these people who are faithful saints? I mean, some of your most faithful saints are sick and shut in, even though they're not getting the worship experience every week. They are still supporting through sending in their tithes and offerings. What do we do to help them? I want to suggest a resource to you, and this is the IRIG2. IRIG2, made by IK Multimedia. This device can help you to send a signal to a cell phone, and you can use that to be able to go through a conference call line and basically broadcast your service over a conference call line, which is a great tool to have. And so I want to just talk you through how to do that. The first thing that you want to do, by the way, the device is $39. You can see it here on Amazon's website. It's the IRIG2, again made by IK Multimedia. And this is actually set up for guitar players so that they can get that signal from the IRIG device out to the internet. But the first thing you want to do, you want to make sure you have a conference call line. That's the first thing you want to do. And all conference call lines are not the same. But I recommend using freeconferencecall.com. I'm currently using it. Some of the cool features about it is that it allows you to have up to 1,000 people on the line at a time, and you could do 6 hours of a call. You can also record the call if you'd like to do that. So if you were, say, recording your worship service through the IRIG2, then you could actually post the worship service as a podcast, perhaps on your website or some other podcasting service, just as an idea. And also it's free. And so this is a great resource to have. So once you've set that up, then what you want to do, I'm going to go here to the IRIG2. What you want to do is you want to, this is basically what the device looks like here. And I'll show you that it is just a headphone jack. For whatever reason, when the headphone jack, it has those 3 black lines, the 3 lines, what it does is it cancels the phone's microphone, right? So it will just send the signal right into the phone, and it works with a lightning adapter. That's how I use it. But you have to have an Apple certified lightning adapter. A cheap Lightning adapter will not work if you have an iPhone. But if you just have a regular headphone adapter, it will work. It goes from the 1/4, which is for guitar. I have this going from 1/4. The current setup that I have is it goes from the 1/4 into the headphone jack. I have a 1/4 to headphone jack cable. I put one end right now into my laptop, which is streaming on YouTube or Facebook, whatever I choose for that day. And then the signal comes from the computer, goes into the 1/4 here, and then right into the cell phone. And pretty much that's our setup. At your church, it would probably be a little different. At your church, you're probably gonna go from your soundboard. It's gonna go from your soundboard right into the IRIG and then into the cell phone, which will then broadcast that out to your conference call line. So it's this really straightforward, cheap, easy way, $40, and you now have the ability to have your worship service over a conference call line so that those people who are sick and shut in and who are less tech savvy can still participate in your worship service. I think it's a great tool, great resource for churches to use to be able to still have our seniors feel connected. And let me tell you, what I've experienced is if you invest particularly in your seniors like that, it usually has huge dividends that comes back to you as the pastor. So I would highly recommend that you do that. There's still people that are connected to them, and when they feel that you have invested into grandma or auntie, whatever, it really makes a big difference for the congregation. So again, this is a major win. Hope that you have enjoyed our episode here today for the Minister's Toolbox. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at ministertb.com, ministertb@gmail.com. And then also, I just want to remind you, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and to share the video with somebody else, because we want to be able to get the best resources out to all of our churches so that the gospel can go out. The world still needs to know that there is hope, and we have great resources that are out there, and we want to be able to use them to get the gospel out to the world so that a broken world knows that they can have hope in Jesus. All right. We'll see you all later. Minister TB out, and I'll see you next time on the Minister's Toolbox. Have a great day.